Oh, that's a spicy meatball. In this recipe, I'm going to show you how to make Fathead Meatball Lasagna cups. That's right. Fast, easy, and yummy. So don't go away. Okay, if you have a dish that involves meatballs, you gotta have a good meatball recipe. And the key to a great meatball is that it is soft and tender and flavorful. So there's a couple of tricks to doing that. And one of them is to be using a couple of different types of meats, even 3. In this recipe, I'm going to be using a pound of grass-fed ground beef, and that's 80%. And then I'm also going to add a pound of Italian sausage. And to this meat mixture is going to go a half a cup of grated onion, 2 eggs, and those are farm fresh eggs, a half a cup of almond flour, 3/4 cup of grated Romano cheese, fresh. Don't get the pre-grated stuff because you'll end up with all that non-caking business, which is not good and adds carbs to your diet. So, and then we're going to add a half a cup of heavy whipping cream, a 1/4 cup of lukewarm water, and then for some added flavorings, I'm going to add just a smidgen more of oregano and about a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. And then about a half a teaspoon of salt and some pepper. And then we're going to mix this all in and start making a meatballs. Okay. The meatball mixture is all incorporated and we're going to start making some meatballs. And I just have like a little gravy ladle here and going to form some medium-sized meatballs just like that. And I'm going to place them on an aluminum lined baking sheet. And then I'm going to bake these. When you bake them, the meatballs stay round. You can fry them if you want, but they'll end up being flat on 1 or 2 sides because of it. So I prefer putting them on a baking sheet and baking them. So I'll get busy making these meatballs and I'll be back. And here's the last meatball. So let's see, that made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 21 meatballs. That's a good amount. Now, I was also talking to you earlier about how to keep, a tender, soft meatball. And one of the tricks was to combine some meats. And another trick is to add moisture, whether it be in a liquid form or from a vegetable. So in this recipe, as you saw, I added heavy whipping cream and some water. So hopefully with that combination there, we'll have a beautiful, delicious, tender meatball. So what's going to happen now is they're going to go into a 350 oven for about 20 minutes. And then we'll proceed on with the lasagna cups made from Fathead pizza dough. Okay, now we're ready for the next step. Now that the meatballs are all done. And the next step is to put this whole thing together. So I went ahead and made the pizza dough cups. They're made out of the Fathead pizza dough. And if you don't know what that is, you just put that in Google and you will find a million recipes for them. It's a very easy dough, completely keto and wonderful. And this dough has been made to do so many different things. It's really quite incredible. So I made the pizza cups in a silicone muffin pan, and that way they just pop right out. And so I made a dozen of them, and then now I've transferred them into a glass 13 by 9 baking pan. So the first step is to get some ricotta cheese or some cottage cheese, about a tablespoon, and put that right into the pizza cups. Okay, here we go. And now we're going to take a meatball and place it into a cup. I don't know if you can see that. Just like so. Now these make 21 meatballs, and I'm only going to use a dozen. The rest I'm going to freeze for another meal. So that's one of the great things about being successful on keto, is to cook once and eat twice. And that helps you stay on track. So, okay, so a dozen meatballs are going into these cups. Just like so. And now we are going to top it with some marinara sauce. And this is some homemade marinara sauce I made, which is the best because you know exactly what goes in it. But there is a marinara sauce out there by a company called Rao that is like 4 carbs per quarter cup, I believe. And it's really quite nice. So, and it's a good sauce. So, and we're just going to go ahead and just top all the cups and meatballs with the marinara sauce. This is really good and fun for the kids too, and great for a party, for a large crowd. You can just set these out as finger food and they work just fine. Okay, now the last step, of course, is to put some mozzarella. Gotta have that cheese. And you just go ahead and mound it on there. I have about 2 cups of mozzarella here that I plan to use all of it. And it's okay if the mozzarella gets on the pan, falls off. Just make sure we've got enough covering all the pizza or the lasagna cups. Just like so. Okay. And this is what it looks like, and we're going to put it into the oven for another 20 minutes until the cheese is all bubbly and lightly browned. Okay, it is all done. Look at that beautiful cheesy melty goodness. Yum! So I went ahead and started to prepare myself an arugula salad to go along with these, and put a couple here on the plate, just like that, and grab some of that cheese that's melted down to the baking dish. And dress up my salad, a little olive oil and some balsamic vinegar, pinch of salt, and there you have a fabulous keto meal. Fathead Meatball Lasagna cups. You can't beat it. Well, if you liked what you saw here in this video, please like and share, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want notifications of any new recipes I post, then hit that bell and you'll sure to get a notice when I've posted something new. So thanks again for watching, and arrivederci.